It was a big week of news for OpenAI and Anthropic. Certainly among the stories that we published here at The Information, we reported that Anthropic is now projecting more revenue than OpenAI in 2029 based on the most recent projections that we have for both of those companies. Still, OpenAI is nearing deals to get up to $60 billion in investments from NVIDIA, Amazon, and Microsoft. Both companies are charging ahead, and this week on the Editor's Cut, I want to break down the rivalry between these two AI giants, who's winning where, and who has more momentum in this chaotic race. Joining me now are Martin Peers and Abe Brown, two editors from The Information. Martin and Abe, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here.
Hey, Akash.
Hey
It
guys.
is the Martin and Abe show. We've not done the two of you together, so I'm excited to get all of your thoughts. Abe, maybe I'll start with you. So, OpenAI and Anthropic. I am curious who you think is winning this race right now, not just from a business perspective, but from a narrative perspective, a character perspective. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think they're in two different races. I think they're increasingly in two different races. OpenAI seems to be pretty solidly in the consumer market, and Anthropic is obviously in enterprise with Claude. And look, I think Anthropic has a better position for itself at the moment than OpenAI. Its tools seem to be more popular than Microsoft's. And also, in terms of just a narrative battle, Anthropic is definitely has been winning over the last few weeks and continues to, just in terms of, it has done a good job of portraying itself as a more stable and thoughtful creator of this new technology in a way that OpenAI is struggling to do.
Martin, do you agree with that?
I think that's the conventional wisdom, which is spoken very nicely by Abe. But look, I just want to firstly, I would like to start and make the point. In 2029, I'm projecting that I will be flying to the moon. I'm not sure what you're projecting in 2029, but honestly, these projections about what companies will be earning in 2029 are ridiculous. You're pointless. No, no one can know what the situation will be in 5 years from now, so I think firstly we should stop focusing on these very long-term projections and focus on what they will be doing this year. So that's the first thing. The other thing is the reason that Anthropic is looking like a better bet than OpenAI is that Anthropic is a normal company that has a focus. OpenAI is run by these people who are like puppies. They see something, oh, I have to do that. I'm going to make hardware. I'm going to build that, data centers. I'm going to, they've got so many different businesses that they're trying to build that there's no focus. And I think, one thing is they need to buckle down and really focus on a few things and stop trying to be announcing all these different things that they're up to right now.
Okay, but Abe, this is working pretty well from a fundraising side for OpenAI.
It is, but you also have to imagine that it's the same returning investors to a large degree, and if they don't put more money in at this moment, it's sort of like they have to put more money in, right? If they want to see any return on what they've already put in, it's sort of like.
Well, and also, hang on, sorry, not to interrupt. The only reason that they are putting in more money is Microsoft is dependent on OpenAI's business for its own projections. So they have to put in money in order to ensure that that happens. NVIDIA is the same. Amazon, if they end up putting in money, they'll get all these deals from them. This is all self-interest. So the whole thing is like just a game of circular money.
It's a perpetual money machine, and it just keeps going.
Well, and it has gotten me thinking, Martin, I'll come back to you, but so the valuation for OpenAI that's being thrown around right now is, I think, it's in the 700 billions, $1 trillion. People are floating around that number. But okay, so let's say OpenAI goes public, right? You've got these big tech companies that are, $4 trillion around there with valuation. I have been sort of thinking like, okay, if OpenAI goes public, I don't know. How big can the valuation get when you literally are making no money and as a public company?
Who's the question for? Abe or me?
It's for you, Martin.
I mean, I think it's like, who knows? I mean, investors will put money into anything if they've got the right feeling about it. You know, Tesla is valued at what, 1.5 trillion, and it's as is widely agreed. It's massively over valued, but people believe in Elon. So I wouldn't surprise me if OpenAI goes public and achieves some enormous valuation, but just because it's not actually making any money, I don't think that those things are actually um, connected. I think it's the story that they tell. And right now, Sam Altman is telling 1,000 different stories, and maybe one of them will actually work.
And it's sort of, Elon has kept up his stock price by also nurturing the cult of personality around himself. Can Sam Altman do the same thing? Is he have this ability to do so? That is more important than any of the numbers, at least, and is often the case and has been the case for really public companies for decades.
Yeah, has Sam got the Elon factor? I'm not sure.